Iowa applies a wage garnishment formula that is slightly more protective of debtors than the standard federal formula at many income levels. Here is what creditors need to know about Iowa wage garnishment. The Iowa garnishment limit. Iowa uses the lesser of 25% of disposable earnings, or the amount by which disposable earnings exceed 40 times the federal minimum wage per week. Iowa uses a 40 times multiplier, rather than the federal 30 times, applied to the federal minimum wage, producing a higher protected weekly earnings floor than the federal standard. The practical effect: for Iowa workers earning disposable income below 40 times the federal minimum wage per week, approximately $290 per week at the current federal minimum, no amount is subject to garnishment. For workers above that floor, the lesser of 25% or the excess above the floor is withheld. Disposable earnings in Iowa: gross wages minus legally required deductions, federal and Iowa state income taxes, Social Security, Medicare, and Iowa unemployment insurance. Voluntary deductions do not reduce disposable earnings. Iowa garnishment procedure. After obtaining a judgment, the creditor applies to the court for a writ of execution. Iowa's garnishment procedure requires service of the writ on the employer and notice to the debtor. The employer files an answer and begins withholding. Iowa allows continuing garnishment orders, exemptions beyond wages. Iowa's homestead exemption with no dollar cap for qualifying acreage, discussed in our marital property guide, reflects Iowa's general debtor protective orientation. Similarly, Iowa's wage formula uses the more protective 40 times multiplier. Exempt income, Social Security, unemployment, workers' compensation, disability, and retirement benefits are generally exempt from garnishment in Iowa. People Locator skip tracing provides Iowa employer identification for wage garnishment. Results within 24 hours or less. Visit peoplelocatorskiptracing.com to place your order.